You kind of have to hand it to EA. They've been a company that just continuously messes up multiple games, multiple promos over the past decade, right? They've been the laughingstock of the video game world and the video game companies, right? Everyone knows that they're bad, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, essentially EA have come out with a statement to counter the true cost viral post that someone had made on Twitter. Now, this post specifically is this right here, where this guy, Scuds TV, mentioned that, how much the 100 million coin team right here, all of the prime icon moments, the best ones, how completely unachievable it is to get this team. In the thread itself, it just talks about how making this team and getting this team is just completely unrealistic, how you have to spend 916 days straight, over 2.5 years of just playing 24/7 to get this team, or trading 69 days straight 24/7 to get this team, spending 80,000 pounds in order to get this team. So yeah, it's obviously completely unrealistic. Let's not even talk about the fact that obviously there's going to be multiple iterations of FIFA through 916 days, that trading is going to get you banned, which is what happened with Nick Run the Foot Market twice, I might add. Or of course that spending 80,000 pounds is a stupid amount of money, and something that like people don't even make yearly, right? Like that, if I made 80,000 pounds, I would be thrilled with my salary. Their statement is kind of the most impressive thing, and I say impressive in a very demeaning way, because this is just probably one of the stupidest things that I've ever seen. Every single point that EA have made, you can literally just disprove it. I mean, immediately, without almost any type of research, and I'm not exaggerating on that. So it starts off by saying that there are a lot of assumptions here by being made in the calculations. For example, you can't accurately calculate how many coins you would earn from trading, as that would depend on your skill as a trader. The thing is, 10,000 coins is pretty realistic, because if you go too much and you trade too well, then you're going to get banned, which is what happened to Nick Run the Foot Market. Again. Twice. There are also other aspects of the game that contribute to building your club, such as SBCs, objectives, and draft. Well, for one thing, League SBCs specifically have been watered down massively since the past few years, making a lot of the packs untradeable, making the final reward not a player that you can use for certain SBCs, and also making the actual rewards for some of the teams completely garbage. The objectives themselves usually only give you a 45k pack, which again is usually, if not always, untradeable. And then draft, which you could literally win the entire thing and not make your coins back. Just the draft specifically really baffles me, how you could literally win 5 straight drafts in a row and not make your coins back from any of them. Like, oh, we move. As importantly, FIFA is a game of skill. The skill of the player is the greatest factor in the outcome of a match. A strong player can be successful whether their team is bronze, silver, gold, or a mixture of all three. Can someone please show me someone who is not ironically using bronze and silver players in their teams like consistently? Is like, that's not a thing. You don't need the highest rated players in the game in order to win. Okay, well then why does every single pro at every single event use the best players possible? In the real world, no football club has the highest rated players in each of the 11 positions. EA, this is a video game. I don't know if you've noticed, but people in real life also don't spam La Croquetas from kickoff and score goals. People also don't do flick-up crosses and El Tornado crosses and score from them consistently. People also don't skill move cancel in real life. People also don't bridge into people and consistently get the ball back as an attacker. FIFA is a video game, okay? You can't have it both ways. You can't have it be skill and realistic, especially if it's an esport. While it's possible to field the top 11 in foot, there's literally an entire thread that proves it's not, but continue. It's certainly not intended or expected that players would field a squad like this. I need to check something just real quick. It's the best achievable or imaginable of its kind. This sure as hell seems like the best achievable team possible, and it's in a mode called Ultimate Team. So the goal of Ultimate Team, which again, the definition, right, we just looked it up, it is the best imaginable, is not to get the best imaginable players. Do they need the definition, or are they incompetent? Both. To say otherwise disrespects the many players who spend time learning and loving the game, mastering a skill move, set piece, time finishing, pitch vision, passing lanes, working the craft, building and tearing down, rebuilding their team, so like so many managers, and working on tactics to help them win. Okay, there's about like 15 wrong things in that statement, so let me just break it down one by one. To say otherwise disrespects the many players. No. Saying this, what you literally just said, that disrespects the players, and it also contradicts the entire premise of ultimate team. Sorry, decent team, or in some cases, very, very good team. Mastering a skill move. Okay, here, I'm about to master a skill move, ready? It's called the bridge. I don't know if anyone's ever done it before, but here, let me master it, ready? Done. Like, am I a pro now? Set pieces, time finishing, pitch vision, and passing lanes. One person made multiple videos of it, specifically 3 videos in the span of 2-3 weeks or so. Working their craft, building and tearing down, rebuilding their team like so many managers, and working on the tactics to help them win. Yeah, I guarantee that there are people who have not taken Mendy and Varane out of their squad since the start of FIFA and have most likely over 1,000 games played with them. Investment is a choice players can make, just like in the real world. Again, video game. Some teams build through investment, and that's a choice for the owners, front offices, and managers in real life sports, just like as it is for EA Sports FIFA. Okay, like, investment, and that's a choice? That's literally... What successful football team does not invest? Can you name like 10? 5? 3? 1? No, of course you can't. That is literally necessary. You need to invest, as it is on FIFA. Hey, I guess it is realistic after all. It looks like I was wrong. If the premise here is that players want the best players in the world on their team so they can improve, compete online, and play against the best, they can do that in FIFA for no additional investment. You can play as Liverpool or Man City or PSG whenever you like. That last little part right there is just so telling. Play as Liverpool or Man City or PSG whenever you like. You can just tell the person who said it with like a shit-eating grin while they said that, like saying like just the arrogance and the confidence to say that is unmatched. But secondly, if the premise here is that players want to play with the best players, you can play as Liverpool, Man City, or PSG. EA, real quick, can you name a team that one of these players plays for? No, you can't. Probably because they don't play anymore. And the only way to use these players is in Ultimate Nope, not Ultimate Team. I need to... Bad. There's no one path to winning the league, there's no one path to win the Champions League or the World Cup, and there's no one path to be successful in EA Sports FIFA. I just want to point out that there is a path to win those things. It's kind of simple. Like, you just start in the group stage, and then you go into the round of 16, and then you go into the quarterfinals, and then the semifinals, and then the final. It's kind of just like one clear-cut path. Like, that is a definitive path there. So, and then after that, it just goes back into the tweets that we looked at earlier from Scuds TV. So thank God that the article is over, otherwise I would have had an aneurysm. Essentially, every single paragraph, sentence, word in that article, in that statement that EA put out, was completely wrong. Literally, like 95% of it. The other 5% are just like opinions that you can't really technically disprove. Here's the thing, I don't want to complain about EA. I don't want to complain about the gameplay, right? It's that these things just continuously get shoved in our faces that we have no other choice but to complain about it and try to get other people on board so that EA just for some reason somehow fixes it. So that is it for the video, and I am probably going to go cry for a while.